After 5 years of marriage and 2 kids, I was left with C-section scars on my belly and loose skin. Predictably, my CEO husband cheated on me with his young secretary. Devastated and furious, I ran to my rich mom to cry my eyes out. She puffed on a cigarette, a dismissive look on her face. He found a girlfriend. Can't you find a boyfriend? I've sponsored a dozen handsome college guys. Pick whichever one you like. Mom, I stammered. You want me to cheat? My mom shook her head. No. I'm teaching you to love yourself. I was dropping my 2 kids off at school when I found out Brandon was cheating. Seeing the photos of him passionately kissing someone in an office on my phone, my hands trembled on the steering wheel. My older son, Leo, said, "Mom, please hurry, I'm going to be late." He was so much like Brandon, polite, reserved, and not particularly dependent on me. I used to be so proud of that, thinking I'd raised a brilliant son. But now, looking at his calm, brown eyes, I felt a strange fear. I asked him, "Leo, if your dad and I separate, who would you choose?" Leo gave me an indifferent glance but said nothing. When we pulled up to the school, he slowly got out. He looked at me and said, "Mom, you don't have a job, and you've fallen out with grandma. So, if you two separate, I'll choose dad." My younger son, Charlie, immediately echoed, "Me too, I want dad." I felt like I'd been plunged into an ice bath. After dropping Charlie off at kindergarten, I found an empty park before I dared to open the picture again. The message was from a strange woman. She wrote, "Mrs. Miller, you're so kind, I didn't want you to be kept in the dark. Mr. Miller is going on a business trip in a couple of days, and he even specifically booked a king-sized couple's suite and flowers." A king-sized couple's suite, flowers. These were things Brandon only did for me when we were madly in love. Now, he was giving them to another woman. After thinking it over, I finally called my mom's secretary. Half an hour later, Julia led me to my mom. I hadn't seen her in 5 years. She was even more beautiful and formidable than before. She rolled her eyes. "You're this old and still such a coward." My eyes welled up, and my nose burned. "Yeah, I'm useless. That's why my life turned out like this." My mom didn't care, continuing her taunts. "What else can you do besides act tough in front of me? You can't even keep a man in line." The more she spoke, the sadder I got, and the tears I'd held back all morning finally fell. "Yes, I'm useless. I'm a total failure, and I don't know what to do when my husband cheats. Just yell at me. I don't even want to live anymore." My mom glanced at Julia. "You, record this. This pathetic display is perfect for the internet." I instantly stopped crying, utterly incredulous. "Mom, how can you be like this?" My mom watched me for a moment, then walked over and sharply poked my head. How did I give birth to such a wimp? She was right. She was so powerful. After I was born, she found out my dad cheated, and she kicked him out without a second thought. She single-handedly grew a small electronics company into a publicly traded empire, shipping products to over a dozen countries. My mom, fierce as she was, had given birth to a wimp like me. From childhood, besides decent grades, I wasn't like her in any way. I was also a hopeless romantic, a total love-struck idiot. Even though I knew Brandon was hard to pin down, I was so smitten by his looks that I practically begged to marry him. My mom glared at me for a while, then sighed. "He's supporting a woman. Why can't you support a man? I have over a dozen sponsored college students. Which one do you like?" I couldn't believe it. "Mom, you want me to cheat?" My mom shook her head. "No. I'm teaching you to love yourself." I was a little dazed. My mom continued, "Relationships, male and female, are all about exchanging value. When you first got married, you were young, beautiful, and compliant, so he was willing to spoil you and put effort into you. But 5 years have passed, the novelty is gone, and you just stay home all day, like some frumpy old homebody. To Brandon, you have no commercial value and no emotional value. Tell me, what else could he want from you?" I mumbled, but I gave him 2 children. Any normal woman can have kids, and you're not